Let's go over what an imaginary weight loss consult usually goes like. Allow me to introduce you to Cora, our client for today. She is 34 years old and she has not been able to lose weight. She's currently at the heaviest weight that she has ever been at, and she doesn't understand why she hasn't been losing weight despite doing everything right. So what exactly has she been doing? After talking to her coworkers, doing some research online, she saw that everybody was recommending that she try eating less calories. So that's exactly what she did. She started eating less, she started skipping meals, having smaller portions, increasing her physical activity, and at first she did see some results and she started feeling really happy, she started feeling really excited. However, after some time, her weight started to plateau and she wasn't seeing any results anymore. Her weight stopped coming down. She started to feel really frustrated, lost, and just confused. She felt like she wasn't making any progress and she just wasn't sure what else to do. So this is now where I come in. She decided to go see a dietitian because it was covered by her insurance, so why not? And after telling me her story, which is really common by the way, we started talking about why her efforts weren't working and why they weren't leading to the results that she was looking for. We started to create a game plan just for her to help her finally achieve a healthy weight and achieve her goals. Unfortunately, Cora's story is super common and it can be really frustrating to have to go through, but the good news is that you do not have to keep struggling with your weight, and there are habits and behaviors and things that you can do to help you achieve a healthy weight without feeling tired, guilty, stressed, or frustrated. And just kind of based off of what you hear in the media, you might think that what Cora was doing should have worked. It should have led to her losing weight, to reaching her goal weight, but unfortunately it did not work. So what exactly went wrong? So Cora, just like many people, just like many women, got misled by the really popular idea of eat less calories. All you need to do is eat less calories and you will lose weight. And while yes, there is some truth to this, there is a little bit more to it than just that. Which leads us to our first myth, which is that calories are bad for you. The reality is that calories are just a way to measure energy. So to kind of put it into perspective a little bit, how do you measure how much you weigh? In pounds, kilograms? How do you measure how tall you are? In inches, feet, meters, centimeters? So how do you measure energy? In calories. So calories is just a measurement of energy. And then energy is our fuel. We as humans can't run on empty. We need some kind of fuel to keep us going. Kind of like a car needs gas or battery in order to function. We as humans need energy, which comes from calories, which comes from food in order to function. Also similar to a car, even if a car has a little bit of gas, it's not going to run as well versus if it had a full tank of gas. So not eating enough calories can actually be harmful to our health. You may experience things like GI distress or discomfort, headaches, hair loss, fatigue, bone loss, hormone dysfunction. You might also experience things like obsessing over food. You might have a loss of hunger cues. You may experience things like binge eating, overeating, increased cravings, decreased immunity, so you might get sick a lot more often. You may also experience more mental health related issues such as negative body image, an increased risk of depression, anxiety, mood issues, and difficulty concentrating. So the bottom line is that calories are not bad for you. Calories are good for you, and we need a certain amount of calories per day in order to function properly, in order to prevent any harmful effects from a very low calorie diet. Now, specifically if your goal is weight loss, the amount of calories is not the only thing that you need to be concerned about. There are so many other habits and behaviors that are effective at helping you achieve a healthy weight without sacrificing your mental health, your hormone health. Now, myth number 2, the less that you eat, the better for weight loss. The truth is that yes, you may lose weight. However, at what cost? When you are not eating enough food, when you are skipping meals, when you are eating really small portions, you probably will lose weight. However, the weight that you lose will not just be fat. Weight is a measurement of everything that we're made up of. So our bones, our muscles, our organs, our fat. So when you have weight loss coming from inadequate calorie intake, that weight that you're losing is not just coming from from fat. It's also coming from things like our muscle and our bone, which is not what we want. It's very important to build and maintain bone and muscle and not lose it. Having enough bone and muscle will keep us healthy, strong, and prevent things like osteoporosis and heart issues in the long term. So, adequate food intake, aka making sure you are eating enough throughout the day, is going to be really key in helping you achieve a healthy weight and supporting your bone and muscle health. Now, myth number 3. If you can't control yourself around food, you have no willpower. Now, this unfortunately is a really commonly held belief among a lot of people who are trying to lose weight, especially using very restrictive diets or very low calorie diets. Most people can stick to a restrictive or low calorie diet for some time, but eventually something will happen in their life or some kind of stressor will occur, and then they just can't stick to it anymore and they stop following that diet, and then they feel like they're going overboard, like they have no control around food. But it's not that you don't have willpower. The truth is that you probably just weren't fueling yourself properly. You likely weren't eating enough, and because your body has been feeling deprived, it has not been getting enough energy, your body will catch up with you. So it's not a willpower problem. It's about learning how to fuel yourself properly and combining that with other habits and behaviors that maybe need some changing in order to make sure that even though, yes, your goal is weight loss, you're still fueling yourself properly and eating enough throughout the day. And some of those habits and behaviors that I have been mentioning that will be helpful for weight loss and also support your health in general are things like not skipping meals, eating regularly, eating plenty of fiber-rich foods, getting enough physical activity, drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, because there is so much more to health than just calories. You don't have to starve yourself or restrict yourself in order to achieve a healthy weight and better health. And if you need more guidance or support on your weight loss and health journey, I do have a few services currently available for you on my website. A personalized meal guide where I just have you fill out a quick little questionnaire, and then I'll send over a meal guide for you to know how much and what kinds of food to be eating throughout the day. I also have a couple one-on-one services as well. Please leave me a comment if this was helpful or if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.